Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to be doing the next chapter called staffing. As we've already discussed earlier, management is a process. When it is a process, there are a series of steps. The steps begin with the first function called planning. Once you have planned, thought, you've done enough amount of thinking, you have thought in advance what is to be done, how it is to be done, who will do it, when to do it, why to do it, etc. When you have planned for the future, you need to organize. Organize means you need to identify and divide all the activities, and then you need to group them into various departments, various divisions, so that there is no overlapping, no duplication, there is no wastage of resources and so on. जब एक बार तुमने डिसाइड कर लिया कि काम क्या क्या है, अब उन काम को करने के लिए you need people. So staffing is nothing but manning. Manning means managing manpower. Staffing is nothing but manning. Manning is nothing but to manage manpower. To manage your resources. Which resources? Physical, financial, human, material. The human are also resources. You know, Mr. Narayan Murthy very nicely said, if you read this first line, very impressive. Our assets walk out of the door each evening. We have to make sure that they come back the next morning. Children, just having people is not enough. People are your assets. एक organization अगर successful होती है 100%, उसकी technology, उसकी machinery, उसके research, उसके पैसे सबसे होती है. लेकिन ये सब कुछ कोई फायदा नहीं है अगर तुम्हारे पास right person at the right place at the right job and right time नहीं है तो. And because of these characteristics of people, we call them assets. Why is it that people at the top level management की उनकी बहुत demand होती है? क्योंकि they have toiled all their life to bring the organization to that level. तो जब वो एक level पर पहुंच जाते हैं तो दूसरी company who's a competitor eyes on them कि इस बंदे को हमें अपनी कंपनी में लेना है, चाहे जो मर्जी प्राइस हो, जो मर्जी इसको लालच देना होगा. क्यों? Because they know he is an asset. She is an asset for the organization. Why do we say that the assets walk out each day and we need to make sure that they come back next morning? Because when they're walking out, there are many people standing out there to pull those competent people or make sure कि वो उनको उनका लालच ना आए, and you have to make them come back to your organization. So you're not only hiring people, you need to maintain them, you need to develop them. And you have to make sure that they are your loyals. They are your asset. All of your account students, assets multiply. और अगर तुम्हारा asset अच्छा निकलता है, it's going to take your company to that level of the sky which you can't imagine. So children, we are going to understand what is staffing. Let us understand the meaning of staffing first. Right? As I've already told you, staffing, जब भी आएगा word, remember manning. Remember putting the right person at the right place, at the right time, at the right job. Staffing is basically putting people to jobs, right? When you are recruiting, these are the 4-5 words which go very well with staffing. Whenever we talk about staffing, it means recruitment. Recruitment का मतलब ये नहीं कि हमने बंदे को ले लिया. Recruitment मतलब you are trying to attract the guy. Selection. Once you have lot of people, you need to select from them. You need to train them, develop them. You need to promote them. You need to give good compensation. Compensation मतलब salary. Salary के साथ बहुत कुछ देना पड़ता है. You need to give performance appraisal. Means you need to evaluate them. You need to do merit rating. You need to make sure that these guys are motivated. If you look at the definition of staffing, staffing is that part of the process of management which is concerned with obtaining. I told you just now some time back, Mr. Murthy said obtaining means getting them. उनको हायर करना, उनको सेलेक्ट करना, उनको लेकर तुम अपनी कंपनी में, you can't have them as mannequins and statues. You need to utilize them. अगर तुम उनको 60,000 per month दे रहे हो, or you're giving them 2 lakhs per month, or even 6,000 per month, you have to make sure that they're doing worth that much of work. Because you know business is all about money. It's all about profit. You have a guy working for your company and you're paying him, but he's not doing that much of work as much as he's supposed to be doing. You're not utilizing him. Maintaining, very important. Maintaining matlab you have to make sure that he comes back tomorrow to your company. He is walking out of the company in the evening, but you have to maintain him in such a manner that he is very satisfied with his work. he is happy and there is something called job satisfaction, motivated है कि उसको वापस अगले दिन काम पर आना है. So basically staffing can also be described as a managerial function which fills the jobs, the positions in the organization structure. तो मैं याद है ऑर्गेनाइजिंग में हमने किया था, हमने जॉब्स को आइडेंटिफाई किया था. बिजनेस स्टडीज का जॉब जो है स्कूल में वो +1 +2 को पढ़ाना है एज पर द एनसीईआरटी सिलेबस. The person who's going to be doing that particular job should be knowing business studies as a subject very well. So चाहे वो मिस्टर ए है, चाहे मिस्टर बी है, चाहे मिस सी है, चाहे मिस डी है, any person, first the job should be clear. Once the job is very clear, you will get the right person. You will know whom to have in that particular organization. You will know a teacher with business studies with so many years of experience is required. So basically, staffing is identifying the workforce requirements, followed by recruitment, selection, placement, promotion, development, appraisal, development, and filling the right person at the right job. I hope you guys understood what we are going to be talking about in this particular chapter. Staffing is a very, very important function in the management process. Now the question is why staffing is a very important function. You must see that line again there. Because it has the right person at the right job, at the right time, at the right place. Imagine you want a supervisor at the operative level. लेकिन तुमने advertisement दी है, I want a suitable person for the post of a supervisor. लेकिन he should be an M.Tech engineer. He should have 10 years experience. He should be a resident of Ludhiana, and we're going to pay him only 25,000. You will never get a supervisor like this, because that guy जिसको तुम बोल रहे हो कि M.Tech चाहिए, ये चाहिए, वो over qualified है. वो इतना over qualified बंदा जब एक supervisor की post करेगा, he will never be satisfied. So you need to have the right person at the right place. There's a question here. You can see here. Human resources are the foundation of any business. Explain. Discuss. It means that staffing is important for the simple reasons. Why? Because when you have the right person, business will reach its peak. You have the wrong person, it goes into it goes into trouble. Second is staffing is very critical as a function in the organizational performance. Children, nowadays everything is changing so fast. Very dynamic environment we're working in, right? There's so much of rapid advancement of technology, because of which you have to have a separate function called staffing. तुम्हें देखना कि कितनी चेंजेस है, कितनी ट्रेनिंग देनी है, कितनी डेवलपमेंट, कैसे लोग चाहिए तुम्हें. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का साइज बढ़ रहा है. पहले क्या होता था, दो चार लोग काम कर रहे थे, इट वाज ओके. बट टुडे इन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन यू हैव पीपल मोर देन 50,000 वर्किंग, मोर देन 30,000, lack of people working. You can't have just anybody. You need the right person. People are becoming very complicated. Children, I always say this. Human beings are very complicated, very unpredictable. उनके needs, उनके desires, उनके motives, उनके interest, उनका work culture change होता रहता है. जैसे जैसे उनका दिमाग change होगा, वैसे वैसे हर चीज change होगी. And that is why you need the right person at the right time. Again, human resources are the assets, very important asset. Don't forget that. Then it's very important to understand the ability of any organization depends upon the quality of human resource. There are many companies. If you take our own school, for example, children, I have not seen teachers leaving the organization very soon. I have not seen the school throwing out teachers very soon. Why? Because once the teacher has been appointed, there is a lot of rigorous process of appointing a teacher. But एक बार जब teacher आ जाते हैं, तो उनको training, उनको whatever it is, the school tries to maintain. Even the teachers want to stay in the organization for very long, because both understand their assets. And the success of any organization depends upon its human resources. Staffing is very important because no organization can be successful if you don't have the right person at the right place at the right job. Giving you a quick review from here till the end is the question. If you have importance of staffing, what are the benefits an organization derives by adopting staffing, right? Managing manpower, by having the right person at the right time. सबसे पहले you are able to discover and obtain. Discover कब करते children? When we go a little more deep into the subject, we'll understand. Discover तब होता है when you're doing recruitment. Now I want a marketing manager. तो अगर मैं अपने फ्रेंड को बोलूंगी just get me a marketing manager, I have no choice. I have only one person. I need to select from that one person. But if I give an ad in the newspaper, I'll be able to discover hundreds of them, thousands of them. Then I can obtain the best person, competent person, the best person from that 100, from that 1,000. I have a wider choice. Not only that, if you have staffing, you can have the right person at the right place, at the right job, because of which there will be higher performance. Children, with no offense, if you have somebody who can teach 6th standard, if you tell them to come and teach the 12th standard, you know what would happen. It's difficult. If you ask me as a 12th standard teacher to teach the LKG or the UKG, it's very difficult. Maybe I will lose my patience with them. I'm not trained to teach them. So, right person should be at the right job. Not only that, when you have staffing as a function, you can ensure growth, survival and growth. क्यों? क्योंकि you are planning. एक manager retire होता है या छोड़ देता है, तो right from down the chain up, you can promote people. You can have succession planning. You can plan what to do. अगर तुम promote नहीं करना चाहते, you can have somebody else to refill that particular position, right? Many teachers leave the school, maybe because of retirement. You can have a new teacher in place of that teacher. Why? Because हमें पता है कि उस teacher का job क्या है. We've already defined it very clear. If you have staffing in an organization, children, let me tell you, you have optimum utilization of human resources. क्यों? क्योंकि you will avoid overutilization, you will avoid underutilization. अगर मान लो कि एक supervisor absent है for XYZ reason, तो it's okay. उस supervisor का काम उस दिन का रुकेगा नहीं. उसका काम will be shared by somebody else. Or you may be having a substitute who is going to do that particular job. So अगर तुम्हारी organization में staffing है, तो ये सारा कुछ comfortable हो जाता है. Not only this, job satisfaction बढ़ जाती है. Morale of the employee increases. Employee is more motivated because employee knows very well what he has to do, what is his job and वो क्या कर सकता है, right? अगर तुम एक wrong person को एक जगह पर लगा देते हो, उसे पता ही नहीं होगा मैंने क्या करना है. He may always do something wrong. He may not be happy. Maybe because he is highly qualified and his job is very low. Maybe he is not paid well. So it may not be very rewarding for him to work in that organization. It's very important to understand that if you don't have the right kind of an employee, I'll give you a few examples here, right? Are not available at the right place, what would happen? सबसे पहले it will lead to wastage of materials and time. Imagine your supervisor is not trained to be a supervisor. Let's say वो marketing department से shift होकर production department में आया for XYZ reason. Do you think वो production department में सही काम कर पाएगा? No, क्योंकि वो marketing वाला बंदा है. So there will be wastage of material and time. Efforts or energy. According to him, he is working. According to him, he is on payroll. According to him, he deserves a salary because he is walking in the morning and leaving in the evening. But then he is a zero to the company. He is wasting company's material, time, efforts and energy, because of which the productivity is low. Maybe he will not be able to handle the machines. He is a marketing guy. उसको field work की आदत है. उसको लोगों से बात करने की आदत है. Most of the time he will be only communicating to people around him. The enterprise will not be able to sell their products profitably. Children, don't forget one thing. If your revenue is not more than your cost, the business is incurring a loss. And if you are incurring a loss, then you are doing charity and not business. So it is very important to have the right person at the right job at the right time. And not only this, every person should be given the required training so that you can avoid, you can reduce the wastage. If you want to show higher productivity and better quality, you should give him incentives. You should motivate him. He should have job satisfaction. ये सब कुछ तभी होगा जब right person is at the right place at the right time. Let us understand the next topic. Staffing, remember children, is only one small part of human resource management. You must have heard of this word very commonly. MBA में specialization है, HRM, HRD भी कहते हैं इसे. It's a very upcoming area of specialization, right? उसमें आता है staffing because it is all to do with the human beings as assets. The people who are psychologists वो भी इसमें appoint हो जाते हैं. People who have done MBA, HRM, they are also appointed. People who know how to give training वो भी appointed है. बहुत बड़ा ये scope है, and for women it's a very good area of study. It's a very good area of profession because इसमें कोई field work नहीं है, बाहर का काम नहीं है, public relations है, अच्छे से maintain करने हैं, and you are dealing with your employees, you are dealing with people outside. Lawyers भी इसमें आजकल होते हैं. I'll tell you how. Now we need to understand how staffing is a part of human resource management, right? Staffing is very closely linked to organizing. I've already discussed with you because organization structure में we decide the positions, right? And once you're very clear about the position, business studies की position है, job है, teacher teaching business studies. Who is going to teach? वो staffing में होगा. पहले हमें पता चलना चाहिए कि do we need a teacher who has to teach business? Right? So organizing में you will get to know the position, and who will work in that position will be staffing. Right? So staffing is basically a generic function. How is it a generic function? The answer is in this paragraph. Right? It deals with human resource management. Human beings are very important. The performance of any organization depends upon the human beings as assets in an organization. The success of every organization, how it is going to achieve its goal, is very well determined not only by the machines, technology, the finance, the resources, but also by the competence, motivation and performance of the human resources. This is very simple and clear. Now what is very important to understand is what is the role of staffing in a small organization, and then we are going to do the role of staffing in a large organization. I'll give you a very small example, children. Let us say there is an organization जहाँ 6 या 7 जन काम कर रहे, just 6 to 7 people. When you have 6 to 7 people working, and in that particular organization, you have production department. Production भी होती है. Let's say Ludhiana is what do you say, nuts और हार्डवेयर बनता है या साइकिल पार्ट्स बनते हैं मान लो, ठीक है. सो साइकिल पार्ट की एक छोटी सी फैक्ट्री है जहाँ साइकिल पार्ट प्रोड्यूस होते हैं, फिर उनको पेंट किया जाता है मान लो, फिर उनको पैक किया जाता है और फिर उनकी लेबलिंग लगाकर उनको मार्केटिंग की जाती है. फिर एक बंदा चाहिए जो पेमेंट करता है ना. अगर इतनी छोटे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में अगर तुम स्टाफिंग करना चाहते हो, सुपरवाइजर कहता है कि साहब जी मुझे 4 जने और चाहिए, तो मालिक पता है क्या कहेगा? चलो जी मैं ऐड देता हूँ न्यूज़पेपर में. ऐसे कुछ नहीं होना. मालिक कहेगा ओके, द ओनर विल से फाइन, डू यू नो एनी 4 पीपल, जस्ट ब्रिंग अक्रॉस. दे शुड बी ट्रस्टवर्दी, they should be ready to work, they should have little experience, they should be ready to take the responsibility, and salary वो तो तेरे को पता ही, हम आपस में डिस्कस करके we will try to give him the salary. And अगर उन चारों में से किसी को कोई दिक्कत आती है, कोई प्रॉब्लम होती है, उसे मोटिवेट करना है, उसे ट्रेनिंग देनी है, वो सब हम कर लेंगे. Now this type of small organization में staffing is done by every person. It is not just the top level, middle or operative level. यहाँ तो levels है ही नहीं. So basically staffing becomes the responsibility of every member in the organization. The role of staffing is very less here, right? I am the supervisor. I have brought 4 people, right? So मैंने ही recruitment की है, मैंने उन्हें training दी है, मैं ही उन्हें motivate कर रही हूँ, मैं अपने ओनर के साथ डिसाइड करके उनकी सैलरी डिसाइड कर रही हूँ, मैं ही उन्हें बता रही हूँ कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में केयरफुल कैसे रहना है. So it is basically the job of each and every member of the organization to have staffing duty, right? In a small organization. So the role in a very small organization, staffing the role is very, very limited. The answer is given very well in this particular paragraph. But as the organization grows, children, from 6 people now it has become 60. Can the supervisor get the people along? No, it's difficult. From 60 it has become 600. From 600 to 6,000. It's very difficult for everybody to do staffing. Will I, as a supervisor, be involved in getting people, selecting people, giving them training, उनकी salaries? अगर मैं ये सारा कुछ कर रही हूँ, तो मैं अपना काम कब करूँगी? It's difficult. So in such a case, we need a separate department, and that separate department is called the Human Resource Department. In the Human Resource Department, people are specialized to manage people. उनका काम सिर्फ लोगों को मैनेज करना है. They look into the recruitment, किसको कब कहाँ अपॉइंट करना है, किसको कहाँ सेलेक्ट करना है, किसको कितनी ट्रेनिंग देनी है, किसकी ट्रांसफर होनी है, किसकी अपॉइंटमेंट होनी है, वगैरह वगैरह. They require expertise, right? These guys are specialized to have the right people at the right place at the right time. Now their job is not just appointing people, their job is not just training people. They have 8 specialized activities. Can you see this? Human resource management includes specialized activities and duties which the human resource personnel must perform. अगर तुम MBA करते हो HRM में, तुम इनमें से कोई एक चीज कर रहे होगे. अगर मान लो तुम लॉ करते हो और तुमने सिविल लॉ कर लिया, right? You can become a lawyer, a corporate lawyer for that company, right? Now, what are the specialized activities? सबसे पहले there is recruitment. Human resource department का काम है recruitment. हम बहुत डिटेल में आगे करेंगे. Recruitment is searching. It is not appointing. It is not selecting. It is searching for qualified people. Second, analyzing jobs, collecting information about the job, which is called job description. A business studies teacher has to do this. A technician has to do this. A lab attendant has to do this. Job describe करना, उनकी duties क्या है? Again, you have to decide compensation. उन्हें pay कैसे करना है? Time rate, piece wage, performance based. कितने incentives इन्हें? आजकल सुना होगा super salaries. The MBAs from IIM Indore, IIM Ahmedabad, all these premier institutes get a package of maybe 60 lakhs per annum, maybe 50 lakhs per annum. Who decides the 60 lakhs per annum? 50 lakhs. ये मत समझना 60 lakhs per annum है तो उसके हाथ में 60 लाख आ रहा है, you know, सूटकेस में भर के. No, उसमें से कुछ salaries in cash है, कुछ compensations है. वो कैसे डिसाइड करना है ये डिपार्टमेंट डिसाइड करेगा. ट्रेनिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट, किस मैनेजर को, किस सुपरवाइजर को, किस ऑफिसर को कब ट्रेनिंग देनी है, कितनी ट्रेनिंग देनी है, ऑल दैट इज डिसाइडेड हियर. अगेन, मेंटेन लेबर रिलेशंस. यू नो देयर आर सो मेनी स्ट्राइक्स, देयर आर सो मेनी लॉकआउट्स, देयर इज ऑलवेज अ प्रॉब्लम बिटवीन द मैनेजर्स एंड नॉन मैनेजर्स. उनको कैसे मेंटेन करना है. I believe over the years there is less stress between these two groups. Why? Because of good HR department. Handling grievances. See, the lower level always has a problem with the upper level. The middle level always have a problem with the top level, and vice versa. उनकी problems वो handle करते हैं. Providing social security, pension, provident fund, gratuity, welfare of the employees. उनके लिए recreation, holidays, some entertainment programs, कुछ भी हो सकता है. Defending the company lawsuits. अगर कंपनी को किसी लीगल कॉम्प्लिकेशन में फंस जाती है. अभी मैंने आपको बताया कि you can go in for, if you're a corporate lawyer, you can become a part of the organization in the HR department. So whenever the company is in a legal suit, for example, एक कंस्ट्रक्शन कंपनी है, 15th फ्लोर से वर्कर की डेथ हो गई है, उसकी इंश्योरेंस नहीं थी, उसके परिवार वालों ने कंपनी के अगेंस्ट केस कर दिया, तो ये जो HR डिपार्टमेंट है वो उसे हैंडल करेगा. I hope this is very clear to all of you children. This is all in NCERT. As you guys know, it is only done from NCERT. Adhere to it.